Bryce Young was ruled out of today's matchup versus the New York Jets after this play here. After the game, to nobody's surprise, the head coach provided a little bit of insight, basically saying that they are evaluating him for that right ankle. They're going to take in all the information and look at him a little bit more closely when they return home. But of course, based on the injury replay, we can speculate as to what might be going on here. So if we look again at the injury, we see that as the cleat is going to make contact with the outside portion of the leg here, it's putting a rotational force going through that foot. You can see as I do that here, it wants to essentially separate the tibia and fibula bones. And then also the foot is going to go in a position known as eversion. And you can see as I'm doing that on the model here, it basically wants to gap the inside or the medial portion of the ankle. It's greatly going to stress the structures that are located right here. It's a group of 4 ligaments known as the deltoid ligament. The mechanism of injury here is very different from a traditional ankle sprain where the foot is going to be rolled inwards into inversion. It is doing the exact opposite, thus stretching that medial group of ligaments. And when a rotational force is going through the foot and ankle, because it wants to separate those tibia and fibula bones, it can stress those high ankle ligaments. There is one located right through here, the anterior inferior tibiofibular ligament, and the back here is the posterior inferior tibiofibular ligament. A lot of excessive rotational force can go further up the leg and stress something known as the interosseous membrane. However, that has not been specified at this time. The absolute best case scenario here would be that Young is dealing with a low grade or a grade 1 ankle sprain, because this is usually going to sideline somebody from anywhere from about 1 to 3 weeks, depending on how they are progressing with the recovery process. When you start to include those high ankle ligaments, typically this is going to cause somebody to miss more time because they really do function to stabilize the lower leg.